So my name is Tony Strickland. I'd be honored to have your vote, and I'm extremely proud to serve with this team. I played sports my whole life, ever since I could walk, and there's no team I've ever been more proud of than this team with Michael, Casey, Gracie, and Pat. We're all dedicated. Not many candidates would serve and do more of 100 events, and we want to thank you for being our last meet and greet. And just a little bit about my background. I had the privilege to serve in the state assembly and the state senate. I served 10 years in the California legislature. I was the one who sued Gray Davis over long-term power contracts, and we forced disclosure and won. We saved ratepayers billions of dollars, but on top of it, it led to the recall of Gray Davis.
With B.
With a B, savings of a B, yes, billions, not millions, billions. And then most recently, I was a senior advisor of Larry Elder's campaign for governor, and I was a leader in the recall of Gavin Newsom. And I will tell you, it's pretty daunting when we talk about we have to run the table in order to save Huntington Beach. But I'll tell you, if you look at the numbers, and I've looked at these numbers, the numbers are very doable. In fact, Larry Elder and the recall passed Huntington Beach by 10 percentage points. Most people don't know that. Number one. Number two, Janet Nguyen, who's running against Mayor Kim Carr for state senate. Again, no vote splitting. Janet Nguyen beat Kim Carr in the primary by 13 percentage points in Huntington Beach. And Kim Carr did not win one precinct in Huntington Beach. So that's what happens if you don't vote split. And that's why we came together to say, hey, look, if you vote for all four of us, and that's what I'm asking. I'm asking you to vote for me, but I'm also asking you to vote for our team. Yeah. Because we really need to run the table, and all four of us need to get elected to get the majority. And what happens when we get that majority? We sign a contract right here. The first thing we do is we unleash Michael Gates and fight against these high-density mandates from Sacramento. The bottom line is less government is better government, but government closest to the people is best for the people. And we have a winnable lawsuit. All we need to do is have a majority to say, hey, Michael, go fight this. And, I served in Sacramento. Sacramento wants to urbanize California. They don't like suburbs. They don't like Huntington Beach. They want it to be an urban center. If you want to live in Los Angeles and San Francisco, you would have moved to Los Angeles, San Francisco. You like Huntington Beach, and you want Huntington Beach to keep that suburban flavor. That's why it's the number one priority for us. Number two, it sounds simplistic, but we're going to make crime illegal again in Huntington Beach. I mean, too many people look the other way when it comes to crime. We need to bring accountability. And what we'll do is create that culture on city council, all four of us, that we're not going to look the other way when it comes to crime. Number three is what Gracie talked about. We have a 90-day program to solve the homeless issue. The bottom line is this is a major problem in this city, and we have a 90-day plan that incorporates nonprofits and church organizations to be involved, because they could do it better than government. Government just throws money at it. Nonprofits and churches do this, and they solve these problems better than government. And so we're going to do that. Number four is we're going to cut the red tape and roll out the red carpet for businesses. A lot of you are business owners in Huntington Beach, and you know what we're talking about in terms of if you have to do anything, the city right now is non-responsive. The clearest example that I can make in terms of that is the air show. Think about the air show. The air show provides $105 million to our local economy, and this current council is trying to push them away.
Yeah, they wanted to cancel it.
They want to cancel it. Right.
Why is that?
Because you're asking my opinion.
Yeah.
It's pro-America. And they don't love America. They don't love America in Huntington Beach like we love Huntington Beach in America. That's my classic example. And it's petty politics, because the person who runs the air show happens to be a Republican.
Yeah.
And again, this is not partisan. Yeah. Look, if there was a Democrat that ran the air show, again, older people would understand this. I quote Cal Worthington, I'll stand on my head till my ears red, to keep the air show here, because the bottom line is it provides $105 million to our local economy. And what does that do? That helps us fund police, fire, and everything else we need to fund. We need more things like the air show in Huntington Beach. And so with that, let me conclude. Again, my name is Tony Strickland. Be honored to have your vote. But I'm also asking you, it's a critical time. We're in the last 2 days. We've already identified a lot of people voting for all four of us. Polls right now show that all four of us win if the election were today. But we need to turn out our voters. Yes. And so if you can take a picture of this, but on top of that, we also have lists. If you're able to donate to our campaign, I know it's the 11th hour. If you're able to donate, we take every dollar that you donate tonight and we put into phones and text messages to turn out voters who are already identified voting for us for. And that gives us a turnout model to make sure all of us get across the finish line. So if you're willing to open up your wallets and purses to just, whatever dollar comes in goes right into voter contact to make sure we get the turnout that we want. And again, with you, We're asking to be part of our team. We've been working nonstop, and when we win, we have that contract, and we're gonna find out.